is up, my Sabronis and my lovers of the CamDog, the CamDoggers? It is March 9th, and we are 6 days away from the brackets releasing, from March Madness getting started, from the ups and downs, the highs and the lows, the upsets, the lower seeds, the higher seeds, all the mismatch, all the 3 days of anticipation, getting those brackets perfect just for it to get busted within the first 3 games. We are so close to one of the most beautiful times of the year, March Madness. Scott, how excited are you for it?
Oh, man, I tell you what. All I'm looking forward to is Dick Vitale, baby! Or like, not Dick Enberg, but,
Dickie V gets to do one of the first 4 games. Like baby!
And then you have Jim Nance, who's getting his voice ready for the Masters. You know?
Mm-hmm. No, Jim Nance doesn't do March Madness anymore. That is
I know,
one thing.
it's disappointing.
I do love Jim on the call.
And then you have who's the other guy? Bruce, whatever. He's like onions off the glass.
You should be a March Madness.
And then you have Gus Johnson, who's like, "Oh baby, it's a diaper dandy." Oh, ah.
Remember, we gotta cut down the impressions. We're trying to cut the time a little bit.
Sorry.
No, I'm excited. Obviously, one more reminder, because by next week's episode, you'll be able to pay your $5 and enter the Sabo tournament. But we are 6 days away. Enter in $5 per bracket, maybe 10. I haven't fully decided, but $10 per bracket. Winner take all. I don't know. Maybe second place might get something back a little bit. I haven't decided yet. But the code will be up. You want to join in, send the link, and the goal is to get $1,000 in the pot this year. And then, can I tell you something cool that's happening over Merritt Harding right now? So
sure.
I talked to Mr. Schneider, the principal, and I said, hey, I love March Madness, and I want kids to love March Madness as much as I do. Can I get like a school pool going on? Obviously, no money involved, no money, no exchange of money, just for fun, like competition. I'll send you the link next Monday, and if you're a kid, if you're a teacher, if you're staff, it doesn't matter. You enter in, and he's like, oh yeah, that's all. As long as no money's involved, all in. He goes, winner gets pizza. No money involved. So I'm all about it. My own pools, joining other people's pools, and then even a school pool. So hopefully, if you're a Marion Harding kid, this opportunity is going to be for you to join in. I'm excited for it. It'll be fun. So,
hey, by the way, what is and this is just a side piece. What is the greatest name of a team that's made the NCAAs that you can remember off the top of your head? I'll go ahead and I'll give mine. Okay. I love the school name Valparaiso. Isn't that a great name? I don't, because
all I think of is Valero. I'm going to get some gas and some. Actually, I don't get gas anymore. I don't get gas anymore. EV car, But now I feel like I'm going to go get some snacks and some. Bow down to me, sir.
Little peons with your gasoline cars. Yeah. So, what do we got this day?
I don't know. I just think I I know it's not uncommon, but I like Duke Blue Devils just seems like it's like March. It just feels March to me.
It's
one of those things. Like when we went back a few months ago, when we were doing a CamDogs conversation about mascots, like Duke Blue Devils for basketball is just one that feels like a basketball March thing. Do
you just like Coach K? You like Coach K? Is he your favorite? Coach K's great.
Northern Iowa a few years ago. Northern Iowa was in the tournament. They won their conference tournament. They're back in. But Northern Iowa with the purple, I don't know. There's just something about some purple on the court that I like.
And don't forget the Wichita State.
Yeah. Shockers.
Still cannot believe. I tell people all the time, it's so funny, they would show them on TV, their fans or cheerleaders, and they'd be like, yeah, and then they were like, yeah, go Shockers.
What does that mean? What does that mean?
Ask your dad.
Yeah, kids, don't ask your dad. All right, this conversation we're about to have, we're making a shorter episode today. Shorter, a little bit shorter. It's March. It just March Madness is coming, and so as we prepare next week's full March Madness breakdown preview episode without giving our brackets away, okay, we're gonna ease back a little bit. And a few weeks ago, maybe it was 2 weeks ago, maybe it was last week, your CamDog conversation was, what is your favorite season? And we ranked our 4 seasons, right? And I was big on the fall, I was big on the summer, spring, and I hated winter, right? Now, it got me thinking. We have 12 months in the year. Not every month is created equal. Some months only have 28 days. Some of them have 31. Sometimes that 28-day month has 29. It doesn't make any sense, but it does. It does make sense, but it doesn't make sense. Yeah.
Says the gold chain guy. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway.
Rico don't need no 12 months. 39 days.
It got me thinking. Let's rank our 12 months of the year based on the sports calendar and how much you get to consume sports, love sports, and all those things within that month. And I think like we're going to do our Mount Rushmore at the end, so we'll give our top 4 kind of together. But we have 8 other months that I think deserve a ranking, and I'm going to give you my bottom 4 first.
Your bottom 4, okay. I'm going to write yours down. Go ahead.
Okay.
Bottom 4.
12 is July. I'm not a big baseball guy. I like Wimbledon, but I don't love it enough.
We're on the same vein. That's mine.
Dog days of the like. I'm outside. I'm enjoying being outside. I don't need to be from my TV consuming sports. 11 is August. Okay, 11's August.
Ooh.
Now, in August, I get high school football. Like I get to be part of it. But other than that, like I'm going back to work. 2 days can be a grind sometimes, and you're just waiting for college football to be back. You're just waiting on the NFL. It's like an appetizer, and I don't hate an appetizer, but it's like an appetizer that just it's taking a little too long to get out there. You know what I mean? Like my food's gonna be out within 2 minutes of me getting this appetizer, but it's an appetizer. Okay.
Sure, 10 is April. Chips and salsa, it comes right out.
10 is April. Okay, I love the Masters. Okay, NBA playoffs begins. You get your national championship for the Final Four national championship. It technically is in April, but it's just here. It's just a little sprinkle of it. And then 9 is May. I love NBA playoffs, and I can really get into some NBA playoffs. You got the Kentucky Derby. You got some random things on the weekend that just gets me engaged enough. It gets me engaged enough.
Yeah, we are both the same voice of accordance in on number 12. July is just it's just kind of like that. Nah. Now I will say this year it's going to be interesting because you're going to start getting into your the end of the World Cups and stuff, and if you have Olympics, that kind of starts usually.
Yeah.
But that's not every single time,
Yeah. And like I said, you get to be outside in July, so you're sporting yourself outside in July. 4th of July comes around, you're playing cornhole, some can jam, maybe play some golf or some pickleball. Like you get to enjoy those sports. Maybe it deserves to be a little bit higher.
Yeah, no, I'm fine with July being in last place. Mm-hmm. Now you said August for 11, and I'm going with June. Yeah, I know. People love the NBA Finals. Fine, you can have your NBA Finals. Me personally, I don't watch the NBA. I will watch the NBA Finals when it's on, but I'm not like, oh, I gotta watch. I mean, so it's like outside of that, I'm kind of like, there's baseball, but again, it's not meaningless baseball. It's just, it's like when they have it on SportsCenter. It's like, oh, here's another baseball highlight. I have 10 as October, and here's why.
Ooh.
I know. Listen. It's because you're past like the first good football matchups in college, and you're into like and you're past like the non-conference of high school football and stuff, and you're starting to get into like it's before college basketball starts, and you're into conference games. You're playing Maryland and stupid Rutgers and Nebraska Cornbuskers. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's just. I mean, I love fall.
That's a hot take. To me, that's a hot take.
It's kind of a disappointing month, because the good stuff hasn't come yet. And I have number 9 is February. I know the Super Bowl is there, but what else?
Your college basketball ramps up.
College basketball, but it's like at the very end of that, and it's a short month. You know what I mean? So it's like, So okay, go ahead. We're at number 8.
So I'm going to say this. I think 7 through 12, the bottom 6 can be all interchangeable. Because you sold me on June. Because I had June at number Number 8. I love the NBA Finals. I do. I when you get a Game 7 in the NBA Finals, I think those Game 7s make that month so much worth it. But if you said that was 11, I don't argue with you. Like I'm not mad at it at all, and I agree. February 7 for me. I put it there because of Super Bowl. Because the Super Bowl is such pinnacle like football time, right? Everybody in America loves football on that day more than any other day. But other than football, other than the Super Bowl, what do you get? And so if you said February 11th, I also don't hate that. Like I think 7 through 12 are so interchangeable, and then the top 6, like
well, hold on, time out. And you do have every once in a while you do have the Olympics too, right? Like we had the Winter Olympics this February, but again, that's not every single year, right?
Yeah. No, that's what makes it hard. So 7 through 12, you could put those anyway. I think 1 through 6, you could almost argue.
Now, what'd you have in 8? What'd you have as 8 again?
8 was my June because of the NBA Finals. Like
Gotcha.
We're at the 10-year anniversary of the Warriors, 73-9 Warriors blowing a 3-1 lead to the Cavs. Like that happens on Father's Day in June. I mean, it's just. And I'm not a Cavs fan by any means. I'm a LeBron guy. I like LeBron. I was rooting for the Cavs heavy obviously that year, that postseason, and I will that is the peak NBA for me. For me, I'm just saying in my lifetime of me watching NBA basketball, that is the greatest moment of NBA basketball that I probably will ever see. Like we will never see a 73-9 best team that we'll ever watch blow a 3-1 lead to LeBron James coming home. At home,
right?
And games 1 through 6 were awful, right? Like they were all blowouts. But Game 7, you just got the best game ever in Game 7.
Now, by the way,
so then February is my 7th.
Amber really likes the Cavs too, but it's because it's my Cavs. Have you ever seen my Cavs, Sabo?
Mm-hmm. I have.
People love my Cavs.
Yeah, you and Dick Predmore. Good Cavs.
Okay. I don't know what to say about that.
Give me your 8 and 7 before we get in the top 6.
My number 8 is May. And here's why. I know the NBA Finals ramp up. Yeah, you have the horse. You know what I mean? But it's like it's so busy. May is nuts. May is the December of the spring. You know what I mean? Where it's just so crazy. It just goes by so fast. And it's like, I don't have time to mess around with all the cool glitzy stuff. Baseball's in full swing, and I get that and stuff. But there's usually so much going on that May just kind of goes by, and it's easily forgotten. I have number 7 is April. I mean, yes, you have the Masters. You have the Masters. You have your college basketball championship game. But, it's one of those things where unless you're in the lead to potentially win a bracket or it's your team, you're kind of meh on NBA or on college finals. So it's
the Masters is a beautiful weekend though. Beautiful.
The Masters. Actually, really funny.
Hello, friends.
Amber posted a video of our backyard yesterday. It's real quiet. It's real quiet, and the birds were singing, and the lights glistening through the trees. And I commented, the Masters. And people were like laughing or something.
I thought you were going to say like it's all calm and then it's like you like with a chainsaw and your dog taking a dump or something.
No, I was sunbathing in a Speedo.
Yeah.
The Masters. The Masters. Showing off my Cavs.
Hello,
5 and 6.
All right, 6 for me. 6 for me is December. Okay? 6 is December. Because everything 5 and above, just I think the football means more. Not that December football is not important, and obviously is. You got college football playoff first rounds, but I'm not going to count the semifinal games because those could be New Year's Eve or New Year's Day. So that's why it could be interchangeable. December 6th, January is 5 for me. Don't get me wrong, I love NFL playoffs. I love college football playoffs. I love like Christmas Day NBA games. But again, you're right. The same as like with May. It's just a busy time, December and January with holiday time and so many all these interchangeable things. We also I just feel like the college football playoff, like it needs fixed so much that
Correct.
I love it, but there's things wrong with it that turn me off a little bit. I still watch it. I still consume it.
Of course. Excited about it.
Yeah, I'm excited about it. But like, and like the same with like the NFL playoffs. Like, It's a 1 o'clock game, a 4:30 game, and that's it. And that's the only game you can kind of have. And you're just mixing all these different parts of like the winter, which I hate the winter, right? And and then the football part is the only good parts of the winter a lot. And so I'm just filling in those gaps on everything else.
Yeah.
And as much as I love the playoffs, like obviously everything 1 through 3 or 1 through 4, other than March, is going to be about the journey to get to the playoffs.
Correct. Yeah. And for number 6, I had January. 6 I had January. I like the brand of college football playoff, but I don't like the methodology. And but you start ramping up conference and basketball, and that's good. And you start getting into prime high school basketball, girls and boys and stuff. Yeah, so it's good. 5. November. I mean, that's a beautiful month. You got some great college football games starting to happen. Some meaningful. That's just like, ooh, it's the grind. You got turkey. You got family coming over. You're going to watch the Lions, what used to be a loss, and now they're actually halfway decent. And Dan Campbell's out there going, I'm going to kill someone. We
got grit, man. We got grit.
We got grit. Yeah, not as good. Who was that coach at LSU? Ed Ogen.
No Thomas. We've got to play Joe. We've got to play Joe Burrow throw the ball to Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase, and catch touchdowns, and Joe Burrow scored a lot of points for us. Go Tigers.
You think Bill Belichick had young girlfriend? You see this? Anyways, so I love November. It's just it's like the primal fall. It's hitting full core, and it's hard to not put that in my top 4, but I kept it at 5. It's just on the outside, just about outside. Okay, Mount Rushmore, here we go.
All right. Number 4, Mount Rushmore, and so Mount Rushmore, we don't really go 1 through 4. You just kind of get Mount Rushmore, but I still like having a number besides things. Number 4 is March.
Yeah, I did too.
Yeah, number 4 is March. Obviously, the March Madness is the greatest single tournament that is put on in sports. For what it is, the brackets, everybody investing in the brackets, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. 16 games, 8 games. Like, it's just beautiful. And then you get your Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday break, and then it's Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday again of just
bang,
great game, great, yeah. And it's so much fun.
8 out of 12 days.
Yeah.
And actually more. It's what?
Because your first 4.
It's 10 out of 14.
Yeah.
No, 10 out of 16 because you have your first 4. Yeah. So.
And so we invest so much into March Madness, and it's just kind of like, hey, you just lost football. You have a long time till football. Here's something to help you out a little bit. Here's something to make you feel good. Here's something that gets you invested. And, like, basketball's got a special place in my heart. I love basketball. I always have and I always will. It's my second favorite sport.
Are you hungry, kid?
It's my second favorite sport. How about a little
beef jerky? You want some beef jerky? You like beef jerky?
No, I want some March Madness.
Have some March Madness instead.
Yeah, I love March Madness. And then obviously your NBA playoff push 2 is coming around. I wish I got into hockey more, but sorry, it's not even just March Madness that's great. I love this week. This week is awesome. It's conference tournament week. And it's fun, man. It is really a fun week. March is my number 4.
Yeah, you see who's hot. Yep.
You know who's hot right now? OH.
I-O.
Who's riding the Buckeye train now, baby? I'm riding the Buckeye train. Yeah.
Just so you know, on the Sabo Standard, I still did put. I would love Dan Hurley to be if we could.
I still want Diebler gone. I want to win Natty and Diebler get fired.
Yeah,
write the check.
If we could get Dan Hurley, and I know my dad, he's like, I hate Dan Hurley. I hate all the Hurleys. It's like, yeah, I know he's brash, but that dude's intense. He's passionate. Oh, he's a dude. I know he's unhinged.
Sorry.
I know that, but
there's my impression for you.
You gotta relax.
Oh, are you kidding me? Ah!
Yeah, he's done. And I know he's unhinged, but that's the passion that a lot of teams need, especially with NIL.
When I was a basketball coach, that's how I was.
Yeah.
When I did JV basketball, I brought that passion that Danny Hurley did.
You're bumping refs and getting double T's?
Yeah, I did actually. I did get double T'd up once. I'm not proud of it. All right, you're
Okay.
four.
My number 4, September.
Okay. Okay.
It's beautiful, man. I mean, NFL is starting. You're starting out now. All of college football is starting. All the leaves are brown, and the skies are gray. It's beautiful. It's wonderful.
Yep.
I mean,
Yep.
how do you not love September?
I love September.
Beautiful.
I love September. All right, go ahead.
It's
Number
good.
3.
Oh, okay. I'll go ahead. Number 3. I have December, and the reason is you have your conference championships in football, right? And it's like, and then you start getting into the NFL games are starting to be really, really important. And then you got Christmas coming up. The college basketball seasons are starting, it's in full swing. You start getting into conference play towards the end, but you still got those matchups that are coming up. I kind of had this in November, number 5, but you have some really, really good college basketball matchups around Thanksgiving and, in the early part of December. Like they're like the measuring stick games, moving forward. You find out who's the imposters and who the real teams are. And so there's a lot of really good things that happened in December combined with holidays and food. And I'm fat, so I like food. Next.
Yeah. Like I said, 1 through 6 can be so interchangeable. And you say those things, and I'm like, yeah, I want to move December up. But I'm telling you, the gap of 1 through 6 is like it's this small, right?
Yeah.
And then 7 through 12, it's a big gap, and then 7 through 12 have those could be interchanged. My number 3 is October. I love October. The NFL's in full swing. You kind of dogged a little bit on like the conference matchup sometimes for college football, but that's where the upsets happen, man. Like.
You're right.
You get some big time, like, hey, this was a sleeper team in conference. Like, think about this year, Ohio State, hopefully the underdog Ohio State goes into Bloomington, Indiana, and shows those who serves, who daddy has been for the last 35 years. Hey, guess what? The young son sometimes beats dad in Madden, but guess what dad's been doing? He's been staying up after you go to bed, you little twerp. You go to bed at a bedtime. I'm staying up all night. I'm running sticks, and guess what? When we play again, I'm winning. That's what Ohio State's going to do to Indiana this year. And so
who's your daddy?
Losers. And NBA begins, and I'm not a big baseball guy, but you get your World Series too. So
correct.
And that's the best part about October, the sports equinox. When you get your one night of the year where football, baseball, hockey, and NBA are all on at one time.
You're right.
Like that's awesome, man. That's awesome.
I can live with that, and I do agree with that. The World Series this last year were just phenomenal. Sometimes they're real yawners, boring. The thing that made it crappy this year is like the Dodgers. Oh crap! Here come the Dodgers again. They're ruining Major League Baseball, but that's a side point.
But the Blue Jays gave them a great run.
You do have that.
And like I don't watch baseball. I don't watch baseball. But I'm so consumed with sports. Like I always know what's going on, and I like when I listen to sports radio on my drive to work in the morning. I like the conversation when during the Game 7 run. My number two is November. My number 2 is November, which makes my number 1 September. November.
Yep.
You get your for the NFL. Like this is when you find out who's real, right?
Yeah.
Correct. Your college football. You get your rivalry week. You get that last little bit before conference championship games. You get some good NBA games here and there, like just some good matchups every now and then. But the best part about November is Thanksgiving week because it's family, it's food, it's football. I mean, what
freedom?
Yeah. And what's more American than eating food with your family but watching football? What's more American than that? That's what makes us Americans is that week in November, and we don't get that anywhere else. And so November is my number 2, which makes September number 1. Okay, because we just grinded through August. We just grinded through August, and I love high school football. Like I said, we get our intro, but when the September comes, we're going to work, whatever. But Friday night comes, high school football. Saturday comes, college football. You get Ohio State, you get Texas, you get Michigan, you get Oklahoma. You get those games every single week. NFL is just and NFL football in September is fun because the offenses are rolling. I'm winning some money on FanDuel. You just got it's just a good mix. It's just the perfect blend of just like my Saturdays Don't talk to me. Maybe I'll go to a JV game. I'll come home. I'll watch Ohio State. Then I'll go mow. I'll go get to mow my yard still, and then I'll go in and watch some more football. And then Sunday, football, football, football. And there's just when you look at my list, other than March, my top 5 months, my top 6 months, other than March, so 5 of my top 6 months are all football, football, football. And that's what makes September, November, October, and March the 4 greatest months when it comes to sports.
That you said it like a true city slicker that has time to watch all football all the time. So
yeah, football.
So I have number 2 is August, and the reason is because high school sports, high school football. It's like high school football is the delicious, awesome appetizer.
I do. I love high school football.
It's that awesome appetizer for college and then NFL, and that starts. It's yeah, okay. And so it's that initial start and that initial bidding.
Runner-ups, baby.
Right. So the Under the Weather Award.
No, the silver medal that goes with it.
Oh, I thought you got the Under the Weather Award. Anyways,
I did.
But it's
award too.
Correct. See, so August. It kind of goes in line with March, which is my number 1. You have March Madness. It's the culmination of all that. Everyone's getting excited for the NFL draft that's coming up soon, and there's all that talk. But more than anything, and my friend Corey Keplinger is going to be in on this, there's something about that beautiful day of hope. Maybe not you as much as me, but there's so many young men and women out there, you boys and girls, they're getting ready to play baseball or softball. In that first game of the season, everyone has a chance to do something, and there's something beautiful about that opening day. Mm-hmm. There's just something great about it. So you're running through all the conference tournaments for basketball. You start getting all of the great high school basketball games, playoffs, and then you're going through all that stuff, and then you get baseball starting at the end. It's the bastion of hope, and it's a beautiful thing. Hope is a beautiful, beautiful thing.
Mm-hmm. You know what? This entire conversation, all it makes me think about is how grateful I am and how lucky we are as Americans to get sports, because there's so much bad going on in our world right now. There really is. There's so much. You get on social media, you get on the news, and all we see is negative, 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 negative. And I love sports so much, and sports just gets to bring people together. And I don't care if you're a Michigan fan. I don't care if your favorite month of the year is July. We'll find something common in sports, and no matter how much we could butt heads like this, at least we're butting heads on this and not something else that's bigger than sports. But this is. I think about the COVID, right? And maybe I overreacted on a lot of things, how COVID affected sports. But for me, it was this is my outlet. This is what I get to. This is how I enjoy friendship. This is how I enjoy family time. I don't put sports over my family, but my family revolves around sports. And
right.
My son, he's asleep when Ohio State won the national championship, a year ago, but my son in his first year of life got to witness a national championship run. And it means something to him now, but it means something to me. And people just don't have that if they don't have sports in their life. And I'm grateful. I'm blessed. I love sports, man.
Listen, and I said this during multiple OH Report broadcasts. We had the election season and all that stuff, and all those things going on. And I said, people they will not even talk to families because of political alliances anymore. But there's a very, and even religious things. But there's a very, very small, short list where it doesn't matter what color you are. It does not matter whether you have a D or an R next to your name. None of that matters. And sports is one of those things. And sports is the great uniter. Think about the Olympics, right?
I love Olympics. None of those sports really mean anything other than basketball, and it's awesome.
Right, but how many of these nations don't get along and don't like it? But hey, you know what? During this time of the year, you're going to go and you're going to do it, and you're going to participate. And, so it's a beautiful thing, and it's great, and I really do enjoy that. Hey, since we Go ahead.
Real quick, one thing I want to have a conversation on sometime in the future, maybe between now and the time football comes back around. But like, obviously, I've been fortunate enough to be part of high school football, as a player for my 4 years, and then as a coach now for the last 7. And in high school football, it is a different level of like when you're part of it, when you're entrenched in it, a different aspect. And you've been part of high school football by getting to call games. It's something that like we need to have like a high school football centric episode. Maybe share some of our favorite moments of what you've seen and got to witness high school football. Because I mean I'm lucky enough. This year for us, like I reference back to these kids this year. Some of these games that we were part of were wins and losses. Like the loss of Shelby the first time. It sucks to lose, but when you look back on it, you think about what that team did this year and how close we were and how well our kids played. Like, those are moments that deserve to be shared on this podcast. And that's why I've been interviewing, like, Chambers on, and I got to get Silly back on and Schmidt and all those, like, get those kids on here for them to talk about because it's great stories that people deserve to hear. Anyway, go ahead.
No, you're right, and I think that's a good episode idea sometime. We do have to talk about it because it is this week. Oregon and Maryland play men's basketball. Now, I did watch the OSU women's team, and they're the only team that really were able to give UCLA a game. Oregon and Maryland play. The winner plays Iowa, because you're right, OHIO is on fire, right? Now, whoever wins, it's probably going to be Iowa, because they have the Great White Hope. Man, that dude's a freaking stud. So, it's probably going to be Iowa and Ohio State. Now, the winner is going to have to play Michigan. Would you rather, and that's going to be ugly, would you rather lose? Would you rather lose to Iowa and just get ready for the tournament, or would you rather win but then go get the snot kicked out of you?
It would have been, hold on. Let me do a quick Safari search real quick. Or Google Chrome search or whatever.
Okay.
All right. It was a beautiful, beautiful day, March 12th, 2010. We're at school. I remember being at school. And my dad was driving through Ohio, picked me and my brother up from school. We went over to Ralphie's at the time in Galleon. It was Varsity Grill at the time. Now it's Ralphie's. Went over there for lunch. My dad took us to Kalahari for the weekend. Me and my brother got to enjoy getting out of school a little bit early. All my friends are at school. I'm in middle school. I remember being in middle school. 2010, I guess I would have been 8th grade or something like that. We're at Ralphie's. We're at Varsity Grill. I got a nice plate of food and a Mountain Dew on my table.
Living the dream.
This guy named Evan Turner. He gets the ball at the baseline, dribble, shoots it, holds it. Nothing but net, 37-foot buzzer beater to beat Michigan in the conference tournament. Stand up, Mountain Dew spills all over my lap, not a care in the world. Again, I used to be all Ohio State basketball, so that was that moment for me was amazing.
You got to witness the glory years.
When it comes to March, I ain't afraid of no Wolverines, okay? Give me the Buckeyes, the hot Buckeyes right now, to beat Iowa, and just see what happens against Michigan. I don't care. They're going to beat Iowa. They're going to get a game, one more game under their belt, and they're going to go to the tournament. And they're going to get an 8 or 9 seed. They're going to win that game. And then guess what? If you're 1 seed Arizona, I hope we get Arizona. Watch out, baby. Watch out.
There's a problem, though. Evan Turner isn't coming out to play the game.
I don't need Evan Turner.
Turner's not going to be there.
I need all-time Ohio State leading scorer Bruce Thornton.
I know. He's definitely picked up. Yeah. So, of course, you want to win. It's just one of those things where you're hot, and so you'd like to beat Iowa, especially because they beat you. They just beat you, so kind of get you back a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you're going into that Michigan game.
Michigan State played with Michigan yesterday.
They did. They played them well.
And then Michigan State got hosed. It was a very homer-called game for Michigan.
But it was a great game, man. The dunks in that game were unbelievable. Did you hear about? Go ahead.
Miami, Ohio, overtime Friday night to go 31-0 with every call going against them. I don't care if they lose in the first round of their conference tournament by 100 points. They deserve to be in 31-0, 31-0. That's impressive.
But
They deserve
here's
to
the
be.
thing,
And
though.
I'm rooting for them. I hope they win a game.
Here's the thing, though. That
The
means
fighting Ben
someone
Roethlisbergers.
some team on the bubble is like crapping their pants because there's going to be a MAC tournament winner, and then and we're in the days where it used to be, hey, these teams have all these seniors that stuck around and all that stuff, and so they could be legitimately really good. I just don't think so. Some of these teams, it's NIL is making it to where like there's 15 teams that have a chance, legitimate chance. Where it used to be, like, oh, there's 25, 30 that could beat each other. And we see that in college football. There's a short list of really good contenders. And
you saw with college basketball
I don't know about
for
the automatic
years.
bids.
You saw for college basketball for the years how those automatic bid teams, they were senior heavy, so they could go in and play team basketball for a game or two and get upset. That was gone last year. It's been less and less the last few years. But a team like Miami of Ohio, where it's 5 dudes that played together for a long time and are really good at playing team basketball,
right?
Watch out.
Why not?
Watch out. And they're not going to get a top seed. They won't get on a top seed. So go show them. Go show them.
Did you hear about the Walter Carter, Ohio State president, resigning today?
Yeah. Inappropriate relationship. Listen, all I have to say about this, the only thing I have to say, it's time to bring Jim Tressel home.
Yeah,
it's time to bring old Jim Tressel home.
And here's the thing.
Right off in the sunset as a Buckeye one more time.
I would love that. And I know Stephen A. Smith, my buddy Mike Panamarzik, and I always used to joke about Stephen A. Smith saying, "Lay off the weed." I'd like to say something to all males out there, especially
not
athletes.
all males. Female president Johnson right before the president before Mr. Ted Carter, she also resigned out of nowhere for some type of inappropriate.
So this one still apply. You ready? Mm-hmm. Lay off the pee.
All right, CamDog's conversation.
Okay, you ready?
All right.
Ready? Here we go. Best and worst zoo animal that you go see at the zoo.
All right. I got a top 2 for you. Okay, I got a top 2.
Okay.
Lions and tigers. Okay? There's just something about the tigers that I love. But I love lions, man. I love lions and I love tigers, all right? I love the big jungle cats. I wanna go wrestle with the jungle cats. All right? The worst is when you go into like the reptile little area. It's all reptiles. I don't mess with snakes. And so when you get a bunch of snakes behind a bunch of glass and they're just looking at me, I hate it. I don't mess with snakes.
And you always have to hunt for them. You're like, oh, there it is.
No, I don't want to. I look in, I'm like, I don't see him. Where's he at? He might be crawling around. I don't mess with snakes.
Yeah. I like bears. I think bears are funny.
Lions, tigers, bears. Oh my.
And bears. Oh my. And I like bears. They're great. They're funny. They do a lot of funny things when they're out. Yeah, I do like the lions and the tigers. The things that can kill me easily. I like to go see them. I'm a fan of that. The thing I don't like to see, and I think they're always boring, which is why I never had these really as a pet. Fish are so boring. I hate like. Hey, look at this. It's a Tropololupalakingo donko. Oh, yeah, straight from the islands of Netherlands. That's not an island, But it's just like, I don't care about that fish. I don't care. I don't care about
this bad boy? This is right off Lake Erie, baby.
Yeah.
This is the Lake Erie fish.
I'm not a fan of the fish, like the big giant fish. Now, it's interesting to see sharks. But, like, ooh, look at the size of the brightness of the fish. I'm like, oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
But, yeah, the reptiles in a cage is kind of a creepy thing. Yeah, I'm with you on that one.
I don't mess with snakes.
All right. Hey, so comment what your best and worst zoo animals, and what do you think it is and why?
All right. Under 40 minutes. I like it. I like it from you. Okay, under 40 minutes.
Yeah.
Hey, I look forward to texting you on Sunday, sending you my link to March Madness. Get ready to Venmo me your $5 or $10 or $20, whatever it ends up being. Get the wife in on it. Get the daughter in on it. And then for you, trying to become a 2-time champ. Best of luck to you, sir.
I've gotten first and second. Maybe I'll get third.
Thank you. Yeah, maybe. All right. Jamal Williams, go ahead. Take us out.
Yeah. Because if you go piss like a puppy, stay on the porch and let the big dogs eat.